So I called Fritz.
Sunday afternoon, I get a phone call. And it made sense that she would call because we ship these materials to her. So I get a call and I need your credit card number. I need to get these items out of storage, and my credit card will not take the limit. I think it was over the limit that your card had. I'm sitting there on my couch. My family's around, and my wife hears me giving my credit card number to somebody, and that's when she was first introduced to Erika.
These are the Erika projects.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Blow Your Mind podcast. If you're trying to figure out who you are, where you're headed, or how to trust yourself in the middle of it all, this show is for you. I'm Erika Sinner. I grew up in a trailer park on food stamps, and I went on to build a multi-8-figure award-winning company without a safety net and without pretending it was easy. I'm now a CEO, a best-selling author, and a philanthropist. And what I've learned is this: real confidence isn't a feeling. It's self-trust built through evidence. This is a place for real conversations. You'll hear from me and occasionally my husband, Chris, as we talk honestly about real life and the standards and decisions that separate talk from results. Let's blow your mind. Today on the podcast, we are joined by Fritz Zaegel, president of Repco Solutions, and someone I've known for more than 20 years, you guys. Fritz joined Repco in 1989, and he has led it since 2001. He's built it into a company that organizations across St. Louis, but also nationwide, trust for their marketing, their printing, and their brand needs. He is a dedicated community supporter, including the Backstoppers, the St. Louis Police Foundation, My Heart, Tiny Superheroes, and the Frederick Zaegel Fourth Foundation. Fritz, I am so proud and honored and excited to welcome you to the Blow Your Mind podcast.
Erika, I am so excited to be here. We've been through a lot together.
20 years.
A lot of brand building, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you're my very first guest at the house.
Gotcha.
Which is so cool. Yeah. I know. I feel like it's like meant to be, like this was supposed to happen this way. But it's so crazy because 20 years, like you guys, like dating us both back. We were both talking about this beforehand. We're like, has it really been 20 years?
It's been 20 years, and I'll tell you, it's been a lot of energy for 20 years. You've inspired me to do things with my business that I don't think I would have done had I not worked with you. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I cannot wait to dig into that, you guys, because I feel the same about you. I feel like, one, to take you all the way back, when Fritz and I met, this was literally, if you remember my professional story, I was the receptionist at a pharmaceutical company. So I was literally like buzzing people in the door. Like that was my job. And the company had hired was we were
working with them.
Yeah,
yep.
All of the things. And like that's truly how we met. And then when I finally got promoted and I got to move upstairs, which there was funny stories even before I got to move into the marketing department, the breaking of the bird.
Yes, that was I didn't know if that was going to come up in this podcast, but yes, there's a great story behind the art in the lobby of your employer.
Okay, so just sidetrack for it because it's really hilarious. This was actually the first time we spoke on the phone, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because Ed...
I was on vacation with my family.
That's right.
And I get a phone call from somebody I didn't know, and it's Erika.
And I'm like, hi, sir. Your delivery person just broke the bird wing off of one of our like art pieces in our lobby. And at the time, like our CEO had... I don't know how you would describe that building. I mean, it was beautiful. Everything was very intentional, but everything was also like very expensive.
Yeah, this was a piece of commissioned art.
Yep.
About the size of a Mini Cooper.
Yep. And, bigger, taller.
Driftwood.
Yes.
And one of my team members backed a cart into it and knocked the wing off. So that was quite an event.
This piece of art cost a few $100,000. Just for, I'm sure everybody in their car, somebody's like just gasped. What are we talking about? So that's a call that Fritz gets on his vacation. And we're not even sure like what's going to happen. And it all ended up working out fine. They ended up flying the artist back into like the country. And then he just like shaved it and made like a new wing.
I had the insurance company set up. Everybody was like lined up to fix this problem. Yeah. And I got off vacation and I talked to Erika again. And she had said, I asked her about it, and she had said, you're off the hook. Another delivery driver knocked his cart into it and knocked the whole thing over. So
And immediately I called. I was like,
I knew
it
I
was
liked
this
Erika.
guy's fault. It was not like it was this guy, like the whole thing. I mean, he really did like
knock it out.
Yeah. A national truck company with an arrow in the logo literally just knocked the whole thing off. And then that actually turned into like a bigger thing. But that was such an interesting time because like as a CEO, like not a call you would expect, right?
Very outside. Yeah. Outside my wheelhouse. I didn't.
Yeah.
But we, you stand up, you handle it and do the right thing.
Yeah. But it's so interesting of like the things that you are like always up against, whether it be clients or a crazy launch timeline, because we've had those too, and there's stories there, or like maybe clients who are also a little difficult to work with, which we've had those.
We've had those,
too.
yes.
To driftwood, like it's just to be in your role and to like not know what's going to happen. I think that's one of the things that's like not always appreciated, to be sitting like at all the bookends with you, right? Like it stops with you.
At that it does, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to just make sure that everybody knew, like, how would you describe what Repco actually does?
So we manufacture products. We warehouse and distribute these items for our customers. But I think what makes us different is our service level. So we're delivering things to offices. We're, fixing shipments. We're taking delivery of a refrigerator on a street in New York City and having to have a courier pick it up and store it overnight. So there's so many stories that I think set us apart, that we're not just an order taker. We're not just a job shop. We truly believe we're a partner of people like you.
100%. I always say when I talk so I'm, as you guys know, in like the life science space. So I've always been in pharma. That's how I got to go work with Repco. And anytime any of our clients, like, we need a printer, like, you have to go to Repco. They've never told me no before. They figure things out, which is a crazy thing. Like, we have built some of the most like complex patient starter kits, like sample boxes, like mailers that go out to things, but you actually work across like all industries. We
do. We're in multiple industries, sporting goods, the hunting, fishing space, manufacturing. So we, and professional services as well.
Yeah.
So, we get our hands into a lot of different things. And again, I think it's all about the service, the quality. Obviously has to be there, but just doing the right thing for the customer. That's
what's so neat about your team. And I wanted to ask you about this because you joined in 1989, but then you officially took it over in 2001.
I did. Yep.
And like, what was different about the company then to like when you arrived to like where it is now in your view?
So we were very focused on the manufacturing, the products that we sold.
Yeah.
We did do some warehousing, but it was basically a second part of the business. And, over the years, I started to see the vision where, customers now are coming to us for our total solution. So it's the products, it's how we deliver them to their customers. We like to think that, we are a partner and, we are working for the customer, obviously, but our goal is to make sure their customers are happy.
Yeah. That's always what you always help me figure out. Like, so in the pharma space, we're working with an advertising agency. So we have a lot of life science audience members from just our client base, my own life. But we also have a lot of entrepreneurs, and a lot of our listeners are university students. So they're about to figure out like, what are they going to go do out in the world? And so this is why I'm so excited for, if you're a student listening right now, like I want you to hear and pick up the themes that I'm going to ask Fritz about in terms of like his culture, his team, and even the way that I asked for certain things from you. And sometimes you just have to ask because you never know like what's possible. But it was so neat because I would work with the advertising agency that spent all this money on creating all of these beautiful brochures, these beautiful things you're going to create. And then I'd get to Repco and they'd be like, yeah, that's like actually doesn't like fold well or fit right. And like this is what I love about you and your team is like you took the time to actually educate me to understand like what does offset mean? What does die cut mean? What is a digital printer versus, there was so much like jargon that I didn't even know. And then you just invited me to come to your shop and you're like, let me give you a tour so you can actually see like, how do we fold all of these patient education brochures? It was so
We did a little lunch
awesome.
and learn, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes. Our customers, we have their best interest in mind. So we have their backs. Most of our customers do not know the industry, do not understand all the technical aspects, nor should they know that. That's our job. But we will work with them to make sure that the product that they have envisioned is something that actually comes out and they like it.
Yeah, because they're the ones that are going to live with it, right? And
They
then
are.
like move.
And they have expectations. They have a vision. We need to get them to that vision.
How do you talk to your team about helping them have the same mindset that you have? Like, because this isn't just you. Like, I meet you, and then you meet other people on your team, and like everybody's the same. Everyone is excited. Everyone is ready to go. Everyone's like, I'm on it. I'll be back. Like, I'm going to let you know, or like, let me actually help you understand why we might think about it this way. Like, how do you talk to your team to instill that?
Yeah, our team, we have very little turnover, which
That's
you
incredible.
know about. We have great team members. Our team members are always looking out customer focused, so they're not looking at a foreman or they're not looking for me. They know that we're there to service the customer. So I have everybody's vision is outside the company, thinking what's the best for the customer. So that definitely adds to the spirit of what we're doing.
Yeah.
I find that most of my employees actually know the names of our customers, whether they've met them or not.
Yeah.
Erika is back in the day. People would know these are Erika projects, and not that we would do anything special because
special.
everybody, we do the same thing for all our customers, but they would be happy knowing that they were, hitting a delivery date, the quality, because Erika would actually visit our facility pretty often, and they'd get to know her and felt like that they were working for her.
They were, oh my gosh, I have to say, like, Fritz, you and your team have like saved my life so many times. And there's one story in particular. I remember I was going to like one of my very first conferences.
This is a great story.
It is. And we shipped our booth down there, and it was to Mexico. And some people don't know, like Mexico, FedEx will send it, but then there's like a different courier in the actual country. Well, that courier can make a demand, and they can be like, yeah, you paid them, but now you also owe us X amount of money, $500. And I was like 22 years old. I had my little Capital One credit card that had like a $250 credit limit on it. My boss hadn't even come yet. I was like, they were flying. It was such a, I didn't know what I was going to do. And I knew I had to have everything set up. And every time I was reaching out to like the team, they're like, just figure it out. Whatever you have to do, just figure it out. And I was like, but I don't know how to figure it out. So I called Fritz.
Sunday afternoon, I get a phone call. And it made sense that she would call because we ship these materials to her. Yeah. So I get a call, and I need your credit card number. I need to get these items out of storage, and my credit card will not take the limit. I think it was over the limit that your card had. I'm sitting there on my couch. My family's around, and my wife hears me giving my credit card number to somebody, and that's when she was first introduced to Erika.
These are the Erika projects.
Yes.
What made you give me your credit card that day?
Well, working with you is, and this is a great, for the younger generation. You see somebody that's all in, that's totally committed to what their job is. They're having fun, and they are, mission critical situations. Yeah. So again, it goes back to who we are as a company. We're a partner, and had that materials not, been delivered and set up on time, we would have failed. We look at it as a failure on our part as well.
Oh, wow. I love, because it was such a big deal. Like, for anybody listening, you're like, oh, it's just like a conference. But it was such an important conference. It was like the National Obstetrics and Gynecology Conference. And we were going to get to talk to all of the doctors when they were uninterrupted, not with patients, really get to talk about the medications that we knew were making a difference for women in their lives. And here I am, trying to figure it out. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to call. And it just...
But somebody that cares. I mean, you're somebody that really cares about what you're doing at that time. So
it's true. I think what you said about like being excited, like I just have always been excited for like life. I feel like I am just like, I can't believe I get to do these things. I can't believe I get paid to do this. I can't believe I'm organizing this, or I'm picking up coffee, or I'm doing whatever it is. Like I live in such a state of like gratitude that like I'm learning every day. I'm doing something new every day. And I feel like that's something like you subscribe to that.
I feel I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I go to work every day, and I'm thinking about my work all the time. And I'm having more fun now than I think I had when I was younger. So
where do you think that comes from for you?
I saw it growing up. I saw, my father working, and it was such a big part of his life. So I just trended towards that. And, you work with great people. You have great clients. It's great.
How do you because for some that are listening, even for me, like sometimes I as I talk on here, I sometimes get messages like, you have the rose colored glasses on, or you can't be happy all the time. And I'm like, I'm not happy all the time. I think I'm making a decision that this is how I want to approach my life or my day or whatever it is. And I talk a lot about my systems and my framework. But for you, like, how do you get through when you just wake up and it's a real case of the Mondays? You're like, I'm not into it today.
I think everybody gets that, right? I think my strategy is I just, not every day is great. Not every week is great, but you get up and it's another day. I always, when my children were having situations or, they were upset about something, I always would preach just a good night's sleep, go to bed, tomorrow's a new day. And I subscribe to that.
That's really good, because it is true. Like I have thought about that, but I've never put it the way that you just said it. Like I'm like, the work is going to be here tomorrow. I've clearly tapped out. I'm just going to put myself to bed. But I'm always like, put the baby to bed. Like just get some sleep. But it's a good night's sleep.
You need to do that. I early on I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd think about these problems or situations, and I would come up with ideas. But I told myself, I'm just like spinning, laying in bed. My mind was just racing. And I told myself, if it's that important, get up right now and go deal with this problem. If it's something you just are thinking about and that you can't do anything about at this moment, go to sleep. The problem will be there in the morning.
I love that.
And that served me very well over the years.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, I've never thought about like actually just getting up and doing the email, but I do have like a little notepad next to my bed where I'm like, I've written it down. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Erika, go to sleep. Like you have to get some sleep. But I even like the idea of like, if it is important enough, then like get up, like figure it out. But if it's most likely than not, you can go back to sleep and it'll be there tomorrow.
It'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I've tried writing the notes.
Yeah.
The problem I have with the notes is that I abbreviate too much. And then in the morning, I'm like, what did I just write here? So then it stresses me out the rest of the morning trying to figure out, okay, what was that problem?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine like looking back at the course of like your career. I just know how many brands we have launched together. I'm wearing a Repco
directory.
Shirt. Yes, directory. And you helped me brand it Tiny Superheroes. And I just you have built a career around launching and supporting other people's brands. Like, what has that taught you about people?
Well, we've worked with a diverse group of people, agencies in the Midwest, agencies on the coasts. I think typically and usually everybody we've worked with has had the goal in mind to make sure that the customer and their customers have a great experience and they deliver the message that they're trying to deliver.
Yeah. So
I've met many people and many people have gone through personal situations, and not everybody has a good day. So what we do is we pick up the pieces for them, get them through that day, and then we move forward.
You guys really do lean all the way in. Like I had never felt like a client. Like I always felt like I got to work with my friends, and they also made me look really good at work. And you've done crazy things for me before. There was a time we were launching Eva Mist, which was a product that you had to spray. It had a demonstration thing on it. And I was responsible for shipping all of the materials to the conference. And I did. I sent the 40 by 50 booth, which was a completely different company. I sent all of the materials, like the patient education brochure, hundreds, thousands of like at the time we could still do like the tote bags, the pens, the Post-its, everything. And we did it with enough time. We sent it ground. We did all the things. And the one line I forgot on the inventory report that I needed to send was the demos. And I got to New Orleans and I was like, oh my God. And my boss was like, that's the most important thing. Like, you have to be able to show the doctor like how this works. Like, what do you mean you didn't send the demos? And I called you. I think I was in tears and I was like, I think I'm going to lose my job. Like, of all the things that I could have forgotten.
The most important item.
The most important item. Yes.
Yep.
And what did you do? You were like, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. We just hang up the phone. And I'm just like, what's going to happen? Like, I don't know what's going to do. And he calls me back. He put like an intern. I don't know if it was an intern or an employee or like somebody worked in your warehouse on a plane with the demos to New Orleans, met me at the airport, and then they just got on another plane and like went back.
It was that important, and there weren't services that we could get it down there in time that day.
That day. It was a Sunday.
Yeah. So we've done those we've had those situations. And I think what's exciting is we continue to have these situations. They don't make it to my desk, so I'm not aware of what's happening, and I will get briefed in our morning meeting. Oh, we did this. We were able to truck this. A truck drove it directly from here to a customer in Chicago and delivered the merchandise on time. I'm excited that our team does that and knows how to do that, and we care. Our gas tank is full, is what I tell people.
But how do you do your employees have, or is it like at like a certain level where there is just like a certain dollar amount where you're like, it's up to this, where you can just make a decision so it doesn't have to come to me? Because
that's a great question. And yes, it is. We empower our employees, our team members, to spend the money that needs to make it right. So situations happen, and we'll deal with fault after we fix the problem, but we fix the problem. That's mission critical. Ahead of everything else, you fix that problem, and they are empowered to spend or do what is needed over time, whatever is needed to get the project complete. It's our reputation, and our reputation is what's made us, who we are today.
It's such a vision, long-term vision, long-term planning, thing to have. For all entrepreneurs, business owners, anybody who has customers, to have this kind of mindset around something like that. That plane ticket could have been $700 for somebody to bring those to me. But it literally changed how I felt. I was just like, Repco has my back. I'm going to be okay. You didn't even send an invoice. So my boss never even knew this happened.
It's how much do you spend at these conventions or these meetings? Yeah. It's thousands of dollars. The product is the most important item that needs to be at these. So you spend $500 to get that item there. It's really immaterial to do. You have to make the meeting a success.
Yeah. And I'll never forget it. I will never forget it. There's been so many. There's been times where I'm like, the entire hotel flooded. All of our materials are completely drenched. And I call them and I'm like, I don't know what they're going to do. And none of these other companies are figuring it out either. And somehow you figure it out. And we're the only booth that has materials that next day. It was there's so many examples.
And that leads to customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
And people, it's all word of mouth. That's our growth.
That's cool.
And that's how it works.
That's cool. I wanted to ask you, what is the hardest season you've had to lead through? What did it change about how you run things?
Obviously, COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID, March 15th, 2020. I'll never forget, went into an all-company meeting. We were shut down in St. Louis, although we were an essential business because we were distributing pharmaceutical materials, and we had a customer that manufactured barbecue sauce. So it was a food item. So we were essential, which sounded great at the time, but there was no work to be done. Nobody was shipping anything. Nobody, we could work, but we didn't. So I had 40 employees, 45 employees that depended on their paychecks, their families. And I went into that meeting basically not knowing how this was all going to play out. But again, it's the get up every day and attack the problem. We made it through it. Our business was down 75%.
Oh my God.
We made it through it. There was no layoffs. Everybody got paid. We fixed up the place. We painted everything. I told people go home. My thing was go home and build a deck, go spend some time with your family. And I just had the confidence that we were offering customers was still going to be there when this situation was over. Yeah. So every day, we worked at it and continued to onboard new clients, even though they weren't doing anything, they weren't producing anything. April of 21, I had hired a new CPA during that whole process. And April of 21, he's a friend of mine. He looked at me and he said, "Hey, are you sure this is going to come back?" We were still down. It's leaked into 21. And are you sure? You're spending a lot of money here with no income. Mm-hmm. Are you sure? And I kept reassuring him that yes, this is coming back. As soon as everything opens up, we will be back. Mm-hmm. We did in the second half of 21. We did the volume that we did in the entire 2019.
In half a year.
In half a year.
Wow.
We were able to do it because I kept the team together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know at directory, whenever everything shut down, I was like, oh my God, like, I still can't even believe like COVID happened. Like, it's such a crazy thing.
To think back about and how it really just shut everything down.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that we got through it, and I got through it with my team.
I think that's the biggest part of like being an owner, CEO of your business, to be so protective of your people and to be like, I don't want to lay anybody off. I want to keep everybody here. Everybody has bills to pay. Like, that was my sole focus too. We turned into like a virtual advisory board company for like 3 quarters. Yeah. And we were.
You did what you had to do to do it.
Yeah. Because your people got to know that you want them on the team.
And the team wanted to be part of the team. People wanted to come in. Yeah. They wanted to do things. We can work in our department, but there's too many people. We'll come in on Sunday. It was all hands on deck.
Yeah. Your team
rewarding.
Your
to
team
get
is
through
incredible.
That.
Like your team.
Thank you.
But I think it starts with the leadership that you hold. And like, you are in the office, you are present, you are visible, you are looped in on different things. They can feel your energy there and it's carried through. Like, that is so important.
I think what I do is that every time I talk, it's always about the customer. So it's not about our situations, our volume, or we're too busy, or a piece of equipment's not working, somebody is sick.
Yeah.
Our clients don't need to know about that. They need their product in a timely manner.
And this is what keeps us all employed. So we can
very, very true.
Do all right.
Very true. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I have to say, because I wanted to talk about even just who you are as a community leader and what you do in St. Louis. And I have deep gratitude for what you've helped me with Tiny Superheroes. So this is, if you're catching on, I just call Fritz when something's not going well or I have a problem. And I remember when I bought Tiny Superheroes.
Great story. Another great story.
Another great story. I wanted to get out of that office building. I was like, there's sewage, there's things. We just need to get out of here. I can't even afford it. Like, I got to just get stuff shipped out. We have capes that are going out every day. I'm working my full-time job, but I'm here till like 10 p.m., like putting all the capes and sending them out. Like, you could see the bags under my eyes that day in those days. And I remember I called you and I was like, would it be okay if I could just store like 25 boxes like at your warehouse? Like, and I don't even know how long it's going to last, but just like for a little while until I figure this out because I don't know what I'm doing. And you were like, yeah, sure. I'll send the van over like today. You sent it over within like an hour. They were at the front door. Yeah.
And then I received a phone call from my team that the 25 boxes was 125 boxes. So
Erika mouth was really off that day.
Yeah. She wasn't counting well that day.
No. But
we got it done. Everything was brought to our warehouse safe and sound. And
Yes. Yeah. All of them. All of them. I mean, it was it was boxes and boxes lining of the walls of just capes of different colors, different sizes, all of the things, all of the little different badges. We have over 400 badges that are like for every clinical mission that we have. And your team just came and got it all and got it to the warehouse and then like helped say like, okay, we're going to assign part numbers for everything. Okay, we're going to organize these things. Okay, we're going to count. And they would be there. I mean, David, Kylie, shout out to both of you. God, I love them on your team. Like, for real.
They are.
Incredible.
They're incredible.
Really incredible. What the magic that they make happen on a daily basis is insane.
That's why I'm sitting here today.
It's insane. But you give a lot of yourself to this community. Like, what pulls you towards that work?
I feel so grateful for what I have. And, you know, me growing up and through my career, a lot of people have helped me through my career, and to give back. You know, we have a summer intern program. We have boys and girls that are in college, some are in high school, and they come to work for us, and you know, to teach them and let them see what the real world's all about. They grow up in a bubble, and this is real world. You're in a manufacturing facility, a warehouse. Yeah. You grow up. And I think giving back it makes me feel so good.
It's really incredible what you do for a lot of different organizations. And I know for me personally with Tiny Superheroes, like we would not be here if it wasn't for you.
It's a great cause. I bought into it day one.
You did. And your whole team did. Like they all, I mean, some of the crazy things that we are doing now just to continue to get it off the ground and do all of it. But we are also getting super exciting opportunities that are happening, and they celebrate in the wins with me.
And like, Erika, they are able to see when you visit our warehouse, the headquarters.
Yeah. Repco
and
is the headquarters.
Brought some of these tiny superheroes to visit, and that is, you see this, you hear the stories, what they're going through. You know, how can you not invest?
That means a lot. It means a lot. And I think you said something too of like, you do it because somebody helped you out, or you like always turn around and like help the next person. And like to have an internship program, that was important to me at Directory too. And I learned that from Repco, where I was like, I want to have interns. I think it's important to make sure people are seen, like you said, like I always tell university students, like you're in the real world now. You're picking up a lot of different skills, and you're managing budgets. And if you're a fraternity or sorority, I don't even know how you get through school, plus all of that on top of it too. But to actually like go out into corporate, I think a lot of kids are going into the world and like, I just want to make sure I'm going into a good culture. I want to make sure that it's not like toxic. And what would you say to a kid who says that to you?
I think you have to go in head first and immerse yourself in every job that you take. You learn something from every job. It's meeting people and people skills that I think are so important. That you put your head down to it. You know, get out of your comfort zone and go for it. Yeah, what can you do for the company, not what can the company do for you?
Yes. Yeah,
I mean that. And if you do that, I think in today's environment, I think you're going to climb, and you're going to be very successful.
I agree with that, because I think results speak for themselves.
They do.
And you start to outperform, and then you really
and go in the office. I do believe.
Okay. Because I'm a virtual company here.
I do believe in some of these careers that the office is how you're going to get recognized and climb. Maybe that's a little bit older than you, and maybe that's just my upbringing. But I do see the benefit of people skills.
Yeah,
that's
people skills, being visible. Like making sure you're being seen, raising your hand for things. I think that's how I even got the job.
And do things that aren't, in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, or in your job description.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no reason, I get called and I'm like, hey, come out to the dock. We got all hands on deck. We're putting a kit together. We need a warm body. Get out here and start moving some stuff. And, why wouldn't I?
But that speaks to your culture. I don't think that's everywhere. And so I will say too, like as you're applying, as you're looking for organizations, like you can find a lot about people in their interview process. And I even think if you end up in a company that isn't run this way, where you don't see the owner coming down and doing all of the things, like you can make it your own too. Like you can create opportunity for yourself. You can be visible. You can, like that, to me, if it's a terrible workplace culture, I'm like, awesome. Watch me put glitter all over this place.
You said it. You create opportunities for yourself.
Yeah.
And this is one that I think everybody needs to have. Be coachable.
Yes.
I use that term all the time. I'm still coachable. People coach me. So I think that attitude where, somebody's just giving you advice, it's business. They're not being mean to you.
Yeah.
Take the advice. You don't have to always listen to it, but take it, analyze it, and does it work for you?
Yeah. I love this. Okay, so this actually leads right to our mind blown moment. So every episode, as you know, we have our mind blown moment.
Yep.
So I have 2 questions for you. One was, what is something that you believe about success now that you didn't believe when you were starting out?
Balance.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably didn't see that coming. Work-life balance.
You don't believe in it? Or
no, I do. I think I was, although I attended every soccer game and every school play, I think you have to have work-life balance.
Okay. How do you achieve that, though?
It's a struggle. Yeah, it's a struggle. I would say you have to think about it, and you have to just go hard all day long, and then you get your time off at night, or when you go on vacation, you take a vacation. Some people don't sometimes take vacations, and I push that overtime or PTO.
Yeah.
Take your PTO, get away, and come back refreshed.
I'm going to take that advice. I've been always talking about like work-life integration, where I'm like, sometimes I might go to like do this or do that, but then I work late or I work on the weekend. As I'm getting older, I'm like, no, I think I need like full like detox. Like I need like the weekend, or I need like time at home.
Yeah,
night.
And stay off the computer, and
yes, or even on the phone.
Still have the phone, and sometimes it's hard. I mean, it's hard.
It is.
I'm definitely not a role model in balance, but that's some goal that I think it serves me well.
But I think it's good for our audience to hear somebody as accomplished as you are to say like you're still trying to figure it out. Like there's no, I don't know. Like I think as you're growing into like a professional, or as you're a professional, sometimes you can either feel really alone, or you can feel like you point to somebody and like they have it all figured out, they know what to do, and it's like we're all just humans trying to like.
Everybody is working on themselves.
Yeah.
Or you hope so.
You hope they are.
Yeah, you hope they are.
Okay, so question for you, still on the mind blow moment. Tell me about a time when you actually blew your own mind, like not the resume version, but like the real moment that you blew your own mind.
I'm going to go back to the COVID.
Okay.
I was, as I told you, I was asked if this is going to make it, and it's April now. It's been a year, more than a year. Mm-hmm. I believed it would, but there were nights that I would sit there and think, "Am I lying to myself?" And I know I'm confident. I've got I don't want to spread fear or that, and it blew my mind that I was right, and it all came together.
That is such an underappreciated, I think, skill or talent that you have to have as a leader, to be able to hold the vision.
Stay the course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Because even if you're terrified inside, to show up for everyone else and to have them believe you that you believe the vision is still happening.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I had the confidence, but as again, I'm coachable. You have to second guess yourself sometimes. Say, am I right here? And I would go through the same process. I'd think about the same things, and I could not punch a hole in it. And I knew once it turned back on, we'd be fine.
You'd be going. You'd be off to the races, which
That's
you
correct.
were.
Yeah, that was a V. They talked about that back in the day. It was a V, straight back up.
Wow. Okay, so as you also know, we have a challenge at every episode. So for someone who's listening who wants to build something that lasts, what do you think is one thing they could do this week for them, like to continue building, or from a mindset standpoint? Like, what's one piece of advice you would give to someone listening today?
If you're looking to build or learn as much as you can about the situation, there's so much information out there online. Just dive deep into it. I always try to look at, the upside. You look at the upside in situations, and that's so easy. It's like, well, it's going to do this. It can go up to here, sure, but it can also go the wrong way. So I've liked to look the contrarian view and say, where are the landmines here? Where's the situations that I'm not thinking about that I need to learn more about and be able to address when these situations arise? And that's been very, the good times. When it's good, everything's good, everybody's happy. But, it's when things are going to get tough. There's going to be bad. It's how you handle those situations that I think is going to really show how far you go.
I really love that. It made me, as you were talking, I was like, the thing that just keeps resounding to me, and this has been about you since I first have met you, like, there's just a very clear, like, check your ego at the door.
Very much
like,
so.
You don't have an ego.
Very much.
You've never, I've always felt like I was your equal, even when I was 21 and like forgetting the products to go to like the conference. And like, I think that's something really special about the way you lead, the way you engage with people, the way you talk with people. But as I hear you talking about the challenge and wanting to building something that lasts, like, I think you would have to be checking your ego to be able to say, like, what if it didn't go this way?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. And I would say the same about you. Your ego is checked at the door, and you are a person that's about getting it done. In
whatever way it's possible, even if we're both mopping up the
that's
floor.
It's hard. I have the title of president in my company, and we bring on new people, and they need to learn that I'm just one of the team members too. Mm-hmm. I don't want somebody to sit there and tell me an answer that they think I want to hear. I want it right in my face. Tell me we can't fix anything, or we can't even go further if we don't know all the facts. And
it's true.
People have problems sometimes telling me that until they learn and they get to know me that I want the straight up, and I might not like to hear it. But people that are telling me things that I don't like to hear, I'm very proud of. I think they're great.
Yeah. That's like, you applaud those things.
I do, very much so.
Yeah.
It's been a great run, and I'm excited to see where the next chapter goes. I am, again, I think I said this early on, I say this with all honesty, you inspire me every day. What you have done, and I think if you remember years ago, my daughter was in college, and I said, you need to speak to Erika. Just get on the phone with her and let her talk and give you some inspiration. Mm-hmm. And you did that for her. And yeah, keep going. It's great.
Thank you.
I'm going to say proud, but I'm very proud of you.
No,
you're amazing. So,
it means a lot coming from you, especially because you have seen me just like really grow, and it's just crazy.
Such respect. And how lucky am I to be sitting here on this couch? So
this is so fun. I can't even believe it's real. And I'm so honored and grateful that I get to call you my friend.
Yes.
And that we have the craziest stories. We have some of the best belly laughs.
It's been so much fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. We're having a great time.
I can't wait to see what else we're going to do together.
There you go. What are you getting us into next?
Exactly. I think that's amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for being here, for what you've done for me, for my career, for me as a human personally, for St. Louis, for just everything. Like, it's been, it's a deep admiration back to you, Fritz. So just thank you for being here, for doing this podcast. This is so crazy. Like, if I would have told you 20 years ago, in 20 years we're going to end up
with a podcast with you. I might have believed it. Coming from you, I might have believed it. So thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the conversation today, and you got to learn a new perspective, and you got to hear from Fritz, who has been a mentor, a friend, a teacher of mine, and just everything that I've learned. This has been such a fun episode, and I will see you all next time. See you then. Thanks for listening to the Blow Your Mind podcast. If something you heard today stayed with you, that's your cue. Apply one idea. Keep one promise to yourself this week, because that's how you blow your mind. If this helped you build proof, shift your identity, or have an aha moment, share your receipts on Instagram and tag me at Erika_Sinner. Leave a review wherever you're listening so more people can find this work and blow their minds too. I'll see you next time.